When you think the Championship season was about to take some shape, Sheffield Wednesday go and lose their manager, but we're not here to talk about that. Why? Because it's Friday, and you know what that means. Transfer update video! That's right, folks, back once again with another transfer update, boys and girls, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here under one roof skis. That's right, in this video we are going to provide you with, when I say we, I mean me, a club by club transfer update out in the Championship. That means other transfers coming in or coming out, but they are rumours. These rumours are all accessible on the web. You just got to spend a bit of time, just like me, and have a looking around for them, boys and girls. So let's get cracking. Okay, folks, here we go. Transfer update out in the Championship, and we're going to start right here down at Oakwell. They've been a bit busy recently with a lot of transfers coming in and out, and because of that Stevie Bruce situation, there is actually links with the Barnsley manager going to Sheffield Wednesday, so stand by for that bad boy if that pans out. But anyway, this week these rumours have been linked with Barnsley players coming in, including this guy, Bjorn Johnson, currently in the books at AZ Alkmaar. He is a striker. He could be coming in. I think these actually, both of these two deals, is either one or the other. The other fella is Musa Kone. He's also a striker coming out of Dynamo Dresden. Now, both of these players have been linked to Barnsley, and I think maybe it's one or the other that could come, and it also may depend on if Kiefer Moore sticks around at Oakwell. Meanwhile, over at St Andrews, obviously Pep Cotet is the man in charge. A lot of Birmingham fans getting excited about this guy, Daniel Crowley, formerly in the books of Arsenal. He was on the books of Wilhelm Swy, whatever the Dutch for two is, I don't know what the heck it is. But I think this deal is done and dusted. I think it's over the line, but Birmingham are very excited about this guy. Meanwhile, another player linked with Birmingham is Bright Unukabakare, currently in the books at Wolves. Youngster, not really getting much game time with all the Portuguese fellas over there, so I think that deal could happen as well. Now, before we get to the Blackburn Rovers details, I am on the lookout for Blackburn Rovers fans just like you, boys and girls. I got about 6 or 7 confirmed. They've already booked a couple of days with me, but I'm looking for more, many more, and I want you guys to come up and reach out and shout at me and say, hey, pick me. It is for the previews and the reviews for the new season. I'm trying to get a fan to cover at least each and every one of the games, and when I say cover, I'm just meaning you sit down with me, I'll answer you a couple of questions, you know, who's going to score the goals, what's your starting 11, who you're worried about, all this kind of stuff. Nothing complicated, but if you are a Blackburn Rovers fan, get in touch with me. Let me know that you are interested in, and I'll get in touch with you, and then we can sort things out. I'll get you the spreadsheet. You can book a couple of days, which matches you want to take a look at. But anyway, yeah, back to business now over the transfer window and Rovers. Well, it is a little bit quiet, but we're linked with this fella, a couple of other clubs as well. George Johnson's a young defender out at Liverpool. This would be a loan deal if it happens. We are trying to improve our defence. I'm not sure this is the way to go, if I'm honest with you, Rovers. Also, a couple of goalkeepers could be on the way in the next few days. Scott Carson, perhaps. We just don't know. It's all hush-hush at the moment, but we need a flipping goalkeeper, and we could do with a defender as well. But ultimately, I don't want one on loan, unless a youngster on loan. I'd rather have an experienced head coming in. Anyway, over at Brentford, very busy there. They continue to be linked with players. Brian Bueno is a striker at Troyes over in the French league. He has been linked with joining Brentford. That depends on if Maupay sticks around. Meanwhile, another player also linked is Mark Bowler. He's a left back at Blackpool. I think he was linked with a couple of other Championship clubs early in a couple of transfer updates on the channel a couple of weeks back. Meanwhile, over at Bristol City, Oscar Jansen is a goalkeeper that has been getting a bit of interest as well this week. He's currently on the books at Orabo over in Sweden. And another player who's linked with a couple of Championship clubs this week, it is Lucas Jow, 8 million quoted from Sheffield Wednesday. Could be on his way to Bristol City or someplace else. Meanwhile, Cardiff look to be bringing in a couple of Middlesbrough players. Aidan Flint, defender. That looks to be done and dusted. I'm not going to put the big old completed stamp on that just yet, because it's not officially over the line as of recording. I'm recording this on the 18th of July. So he's coming from Middlesbrough possibly, and so could Britt Assombalonga. Very good striker at this level. Will score you goals, but it might come at a bit of a cost. Both players come from Middlesbrough. Both could be joining Cardiff in the next week or so. Over at the Charlton down at the Valley, We have Herbie Kane, probably the biggest name, well, not the biggest name, but the most popular name this week. It happens each and every week. A name is pulled out of a hat, linked with about 5 or 6 Championship clubs. Herbie Kane is the man this week. He is linked with Charlton from Liverpool. He was on Doncaster's books last time out on loan. Also, possible coming in, I think this guy might actually be on trial, Callum Harriott, formerly of the books of Reading. And my rumours have it that he is actually on trial at Charlton, so that deal could be close. Meanwhile, Derby, obviously under new management, Philippe Cocu, linked with this guy. His name is Simona Slugger, who's a goalkeeper coming out of Rijeka. Actually broke through to the Croatian national team. Now, it's just a rumour right now, but I believe this will not happen. I think he's actually linked with another Championship club, and that deal is very close. So we'll tell you all about that in a second. Meanwhile, over at Fulham, they're looking at a couple of wingers. Callum O'Dowda was linked earlier in the season, or earlier in the pre-season, with Leeds. Now it looks like Fulham have this stranglehold on this one. This deal could get done as well pretty soon. Also, another player, this one's a bit of a surprise, Anthony Knockaert, obviously in the books at Premier League Brighton. He could make the switch down a grade to the Championship with Fulham. It might cost a bit, but that could happen as well. Another team linked with this fella, it is Lucas João. Once again, £8 million quoted, which is absolutely ridiculous for an ex-Rover. Again, currently in the books at Sheffield Wednesday, so he could make the switch to the Kirklees depending on what he fancies. Over at Hull, obviously they did improve their striking ranks last week with Tom Eaves, but they've actually been linked with this guy, Ben Woodburn, possibly a loan deal from Liverpool, and also this fella by the name of Hervin Onyenda, who's actually on the books at Botoșani. Out in Romania? Question mark. I'm not too sure if that deal will happen. I think, is he formerly PSG? It looks like it. This might be a PSG gear that he's got on his body. But again, they're looking to improve their attacking lines. What's the future with Jared Bowen? Well, it's all quiet at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, over at Ellen Road, they've been linked with some high-profile players over the past few weeks, but it's kind of brought it back down to earth a little bit. Sami Ajayi, coming to the books at Rotherham, has been linked with a move to Leeds. That would be a crazy move, obviously. Big hole to fill with Pontus Jansson leaving, so a centre-back is, looks like top priority for them. And Jordan Heigel's been linked with Leeds as well, amongst other clubs. Another player that's been pulled out of the hat, and he's actually linked with 4 or 5 clubs this week. And I think one move is very, very close, and I'll tell you about that later. It's not Leeds. Meanwhile, over at the Kenilworth Road, Luton are looking at Simon Slugger. This deal looks to be the one that's happening from Rijeka. It looks like Luton have stolen the lead over Derby, so this guy could be coming in. Or, on the flip side, this guy could be coming in. Hendrik van Krombrugge, currently in the books at Woodburn, out in Belgium. So 2 goalkeepers, that must be top priority for Luton, but I believe the Slugger deal is close to happening. So this one may not. This might be like a backup plan. But anyway, 2 good goalkeepers from Europe. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, get involved, Mowbray. Meanwhile, over at Middlesbrough, obviously a couple of players could be going out with Flint and Asombalonga, but also Kamil Grosicki could be coming in from Hull City. He's been linked with Forest earlier in the window, also Rovers way back when. But it looks like he's going to be on his way out. The rumours just don't go away. As is this fella, Ryan Kent, again, another player who's been linked with here, there and everywhere. Middlesbrough still in the hunt for this guy. 2 very similar players, one or the other I expect to come through in the end. Here he is again, Herbie Kane. That's right, the player that is linked with everybody except for Rovers. I don't think we will, because we should have enough midfielders on our books. Again, currently the books at Liverpool. Will it be Millwall or will it be Charlton? Who knows? Meanwhile, over at the City Ground, I think that's where they play, Nottingham Forest have also been linked with Bjorn Johnson, also linked with Barnsley. We mentioned that earlier. Currently the books at AIK out in, AZ Alkmaar, should I say. And also they are linked with this fella, Younase Sankare, currently the books at Bordeaux, central midfielder. Again, trying to exploit the French market with Lamucci in charge there, so could be a few foreign players coming in for Forest. Over at Deepdale, obviously they complete the signing of veteran striker David Nugent quite recently, but it doesn't stop there. They are also looking at Brandon Barker. Obviously they had him on loan last time out from Manchester City. They're trying to maybe push through do a permanent deal or maybe another loan, because this guy's contract does expire at the end of the season. He could be, because you lose the width and the creativity and the whiz of Callum Robinson. You need to replace him somehow. This could be an ideal situation for him to make this move permanent. Currently, it doesn't seem like he's going to get any game time at Manchester City whatsoever. Also, this guy Jordan Heigl, once again, a formerly Preston player, could be coming back as well. So 2 former Deepdale players could be on the way back to North End. He's coming in the books at West Ham, but I don't think so. I think he's going elsewhere. We'll take a look later. Over at Loftus Road / new name, we have QPR. I might have reported this earlier, but there is not much going on elsewhere for QPR. Alan Judge, coming in the books at Ipswich Town, could be coming back or could be working with Mark Warburton. Once again, they did work at Brentford. £250,000, bit of a Billy bargain for this guy. Very creative. I think he can compete at this level, so we'll have to wait and see if that pans out. It's back on, basically. Over at the Majewski, they are linked with a couple of players. Ben Hernigan, coming in the books at Sheffield United last season. I think he was on loan at Blackpool. And this guy, big one, Ethan Ampadu, coming in the books, lone youngster at Chelsea, hot prospect as well. They're also linked with a guy by the name of Charlie something. I don't know. I'll save that one for another day. But 2 defenders, looks like that is a top priority. Both have similar sort of stats according to Foothead. Meanwhile, over at Sheffield Wednesday, obviously, look on the lookout for a new manager. 5 names bouted about right now. But realistically, the last rumour that was linked with Sheffield Wednesday prior to the departure of Steve Bruce was this guy, Joe Pigott, who has been linked with, I think, Reading earlier in the window, maybe Barnsley, something like that. But latest rumour has him linked with the Owls. As we go over to the Bet365, they were very busy earlier in the season. Latest rumour has them linked with this guy, Yussi Rahman Chinbaza, who is a midfielder for Ghana, currently on the books at Serie A side, or maybe I think he just got relegated, Serie B side, Frosinone. So that could be a switch that could happen as well. What else do we got for you? Over at the Liberty, they've also been linked with a couple of strikers here. Florian Kadamberi, who's a striker, Swiss striker coming out of Easter Road up in Hibs. And also this fella, Ed Williams, who's a striker, prolific one for Kidderminster Harriers. He's been linked with a couple of Championship clubs as well. But Swansea seem to have their noses in front on this one. And West Bromwich Albion, they were linked with this guy. Neil Maupay could be on the move from Brentford. A lot of clubs left around, even Premier League clubs as well. But West Brom might have stolen the lead on this one. He's on currently the books at Brentford. And also Kenneth Zahore is a striker out of Cardiff. Looks like he's Danish. Could be on his way to West Brom. They are on the hunt for a striker. They are threadbare up top. So 1, maybe 2 strikers could be coming their way into West Brom. You never know. And wrapping it up, it's them ticks, it's them freakazoids. It is Wigan Athletic, linked with Tandari Darkawara, Zimbabwean right back on the books at Forest, who don't want to see this fella leave. He is hot prop, well, not hot prop, he's a good age, but they think he's decent at this level, and it would be a loss to Forest, but a massive gain for Wigan, who have just completed the Pembleton move, I believe, from Everton, and also Jordan Heigl. Now this deal is the one that could be happening from West Ham. They were in the books, the late arrivals for the Sam Gallagher deal, but too little too late. Similar price, I think. A little bit older. Got experience at this level. Obviously scored goals for Preston. Scored a few goals for Middlesbrough as well, but didn't really cut the mustard for West Ham. Now that is the wrap up of the transfer update out in the Championship. A lot to talk about, a lot to cover, but also just want to let you know that I have a Premier League Fantasy Football League kicking off this season over in the Premier League. The code, I'm going to stick the code should be up there somewhere somehow, so if you all want to join it, if you're already a part of the Fantasy Football League, just stick this code in and join. It's free to enter. There is actually cash prizes. I'm working on it. It's probably going to be a PayPal, £10 for the manager of the month, £100 for the winner of the whole stinking thing. I am pretty small fry, so don't worry. You know, I'm not going to bust the bank here, but it's something. You can become the first ever Blackburn Overseas Cash Cow champion if you can go all out and win the whole stinking thing. So get involved. I'll have weekly update videos on the channel, also Twitter updates as well. But it is live. You can get involved. There's about 25 of us in there already, so get stuck in. Also want to let you know that I've been improving, or will be improving, the Patreon system for me out in. I know it's not really kicked off so far, but I'm hoping maybe you guys might feel, you know what, this guy could do with a bit of a helping hand, a bit of a boost. $1 a month. I do have some existing perks out there. but I'll be looking to do some more prediction videos, League 1, League 2, for what. Anyway, everything, all the data is there on the screen. I'm not going to bore you to tears with that. Also, I want to let you know that starting in the new season, I will be predicting each and every one of the match days for the Championship games, also Premier League and Champions League. But once the month of September kicks on, those prediction shows will be live, boys and girls, right on YouTube, so you can catch me up there. And also let you know that I did do this earlier in the summer. I did some live streaming over on Twitch for the Copa America, Gold Cup, and Central, whatever it is, African Cup of Nations. But I will be back again for this bad boy. Yes, that's right, live watch-alongs on Saturdays for Blackburn Rovers. You can watch me pull my hair out and all that kind of good stuff. I'm there for about 2 and a bit hours, so come along, say hello, talk about whatever you want to talk about, whether it is Championship football, whether it is Premier League football, whether it is international football, or if you've got some good cooking recipes, whatever it is. I've got 2 hours to burn, boys and girls, so come on in and say hello and just participate, get to know the community. And that, my friends, is pretty much all I've got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. If you do, smash the subscribe. Transfer videos or transfer updates each and every Friday right here until the window slams shut, that is. I'm not going to continue them once the season starts, because there is bugger all. They'll probably they'll come back again in December or something once the winter window starts rearing its ugly head. But so far, what do you think's been the deal of the week, or deal of the season, or what do you think has been the deal of the summer so far? Stick your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I want to know. Maybe I'll do a video of the transfers of the summer. I've got a couple of tips for myself. I think Pontus Jansson to Brentford was amazing. They actually rectified the Barbet move. I thought the Barbet move to QPR was phenomenal as well. So there's been a lot of good ones. There's a lot of strange ones as well, like selling David Raya to Brentford, and you haven't even got a number 1 replacement in store. So anyway, give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section about the transfers of the summer. If you've got any other links for me that you need me to check out, also put them in the comment section down below. I'll head over and I'll check them out. Maybe they'll make it into the next video, and I'll give you all the credit. Until then, I'm going to let you get out of here. Thumbs up, subscribe. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.